Shalom, shalom, all praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, double honors to the elders of GMS. And first things first, I want to say much love to the elect and to you brothers coming out and to the elect of Israel that's listening, man. And I want to say much love out to you because today's a special lesson that the Spirit has been weighing on me to do. Alright, I just had to collect the information and collect the verses for you brothers so I can make sure I break this down right. Alright, the Most High's been, weighing on me to do this lesson just like the Mayan calendar one. This is sort of on the same lines as that. It just give you guys some meat. You brothers ought to start thinking, man, what you do in this truth and how you resonate in this truth, it means a lot with your body, okay? This message is going to bring that. It's going to open that up. First things first, I want to go into this thing. This is from gawater.usgs.gov. I posted in the video link, Lord willing. Alright? And it says, think the water in you. Think of water you need to think of what you need to survive. Really just survive. Food, water, air, Facebook, naturally. That's bullshit on that Facebook, but you can get it's a joke. And it says, I am going to concentrate on water here. Water is a major important to all living things. In some organisms, up to 90% of their body weight comes from water. Up to 60% of the human body, this is where you brothers need to listen. It says up to 60% of the human body is water. The brain is composed of 70% water. The lungs are nearly 90% water. Lean muscle tissue contains about 75% water by weight, as is the brain. Body fat contains 10% water. The bones has 25% or 22% water. About 83% of our blood is water, which helps digest our food, transport waste, control body temperature. Each day humans must replace 24 liters of water, some through drinking and the rest taken by the body from the foods eaten. According to Dr. Jeffrey Ewitz, a neuroscientist, podiatrist, Allergy University, different people have different percentages of their bodies made up of water. Babies have the most, being born at about 78%. By 1 year of age, that amount drops to about 65%. In adult men, about 60% of their bodies are water. However, fat tissue does not have as much water as lean tissue. The adult women, fat makes up more of the body than men. So they have about, listen to this part, 55% more water in their bodies. And when this lesson goes through, you're going to understand that's how it's not just a coincidence that happened, because men need to be more receptive than women. That's why the Most High breaks it down as he deals with men, because their body is more receptive to the vibrations that he lets out and the things that happen. And this lesson is going to prove that. It says, fat makes up more than the body than men. So they have about 55% of their bodies made up of water. Thus, babies and kids have more water as a percentage of their body. Women have less water than men as a percentage. People with more fatty tissue have less water than people with less fatty tissue. Okay? So now, let's get into the lesson I wanted to say real quick. Let me read one thing for you. This is John, as the Most High calls us, living water. This is John 6 and 63. Or Salakia, hold on. And this is John 7:38, and it says, "In the last days, the great day of the feast, Yahushua stood and cried, saying, If any man thirst, let him come unto me and drink. He that believeth on me, as the scriptures have said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water." But this spake out of his, but he spake out of the Spirit, which they believed not. Salakia. But he spake he of the Spirit which they had that believed on him should receive, for the Holy Ghost was not yet given, because that Yahushua was not yet glorified. Alright? So this living water is this truth, man. This truth, it also resonates, man. It's just not the fact of you brothers getting this truth and you just have it. No. You actually need to live it and let that vibration out, man. And send that into your body, okay? This is a doctor, okay? The breakdown, they're gonna go in and break it down. But these videos are of Dr. Masura Edomo. I might have butchered his name, but we'll play this and then we'll get into the scriptures.
Water. To us it seems quite simple, but more and more people discover things about water that are quite remarkable. One of them is Dr. Masaru Emoto, a water researcher from Japan. He wondered if water, just like snowflakes do, would make ice crystals. He began to freeze water for 3 hours by a temperature of minus 20 degrees Celsius and photographed them under a microscope. Beautiful structured ice crystals appeared, and they even appeared to be all different depending from which water they were taken. But the most revolutionary discovery was done as water was exposed to music. Water exposed to music showed beautiful crystals.
And then I'd not just read to you that your body is made up of men at least at 60%. And you're born 78, or you're at like 75%, then you drop down as you age. But the men stop at 60%, women at 55%. We're gonna get deep in this, brothers, deep.
But what does this prove? At least it confirms the statement of Einstein that everything is energy. And it seems that the French scientist Jacques Beneviste was right when he suggested that water has a memory. But does this discovery, due to the fact that we consist of 70% of water, has any significance for us in daily life? Does this mean that we create our own reality by the way we speak and think, because it is all vibration? The question is that in fact you say we are the creators of our own lives because we
now it's going into some other, now to get into some pretty much, they go off, you got to pick the bones out, okay? If you're a GMS, you'll be able to do that. This next video goes in a little deeper.
Is not a Christian. Water. Emoto, who is an expert in the study of water. Now, I want to qualify, Dr. Emoto is not a Christian.
He's a heathen.
He's not a believer.
You're a heathen too.
He's a scientist. He's an expert in water molecular studies. And his research, interestingly, has confirmed many things that the Bible has been teaching for thousands of years concerning the invisible realm. What made Dr. Emoto famous is his research in the effects of music and words upon water molecules. That what we think and feel and believe and say do affect our physical realities. And by the way, distilled water cannot form crystals. He exposed it to music and words for periods of time.
And distilled is purified, okay? That's osmosis water, okay? If you brothers know anything about fish tanks, or you get into any type of water, which you should, because you should be into that, you know, we're into the health kick, so you should be trying to drink healthier water, okay? Especially, you know, they put fluoride all in the city water, so you guys try to drink that at least purified or bottled water. But you still can't trust that. Don't put your faith in it. But distilled water is osmosis water that's been filtered, okay? They don't form crystals, okay? The crystals that come from the atmosphere, the snowflakes that come from the atmosphere are formed naturally, okay? Or by the resonation of what is going on at that time, you know? If it's a good time, it might be beautiful snowflakes, you know, depending on the vibration that's out there.
He then froze a small amount of water in a very cold room, forming ice, and just before the ice melts, he put those ice under powerful microscopes and used high-speed photography, and he could see the types of crystal form as a result of being impacted by vibrations of music and physical vibrations of the words. Now remember, distilled water doesn't form crystals. So when you see crystals forming, it is out of the natural. So when distilled water was exposed to Beethoven's Pastoral Symphony, Dr. Emoto found beautiful crystals were formed.
And that also goes into, I'm not going to get it now, but it just came to my mind, when David would play instruments, he would play the string instruments for the king to ward off the evil spirits, and he would sing, okay? He would sing to the king, and it would ward off those spirits, okay? That just popped into my mind. So that's that, you know, explanation on how that was transpiring and that was able to happen, okay? The string instrument, Beethoven's symphony, affect the water, okay? The more beautiful the music is, okay, just like the angels sing and you hear the verses about them singing unto the Lord, all right?
When distilled water was exposed to Mozart's 40th Symphony, crystals created were delicate and elegant. And when water was exposed to Bach, it was as if the crystal was dancing merrily.
As if it was dancing.
Now what's interesting is this. When water was exposed to Elvis Presley's Heartbreak Hotel, the crystal divided into two parts as if to mimic the song, as if a heart.
So you can see right here with this example, the water was mimicking the lyrics of the song. As in, you got a whole heart here, okay, the whole heart, and then it's broken on this part. This part is broken and this heart's whole. Alright? So this music we listen to, the vibrations that we let into our minds, that's why the Most High says meditate on Him day and night, never ceasing. Always have Him in your mind. Always have that vibration of His name. Just, you know, that the truth, man. This is the proof of it. Your body is made out of made out of water. So you're a receptor unto the things around you. That's why Satan attacks you with the things that he attacks you with. Alright? This is John. That's why I said this in John 6. Let's get this. This is John 6 and 63. Let me get this back. And it says, what if 62? What and if ye shall see the Son of Man ascend up where he was before? If the spirit that quickeneth the flesh profited nothing, the words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. Alright? These things that I'm speaking to you right now, if you're hearing this video, it's affecting your molecules, man. It's going into your it's actually vibrating in your body. That's why it says if it's for you, it's going to click with you. If the Most High has designed your body to receive this truth, okay, it's going to send that vibration through you, and it's going to turn, it's actually healing you. And I'm going to get more verses, but let's keep this going.
It's been broken. On the other hand, when water was...
We'll hear it again.
The song into two... Opposed to Elvis Presley's Heartbreak Hotel. The crystal divided into two parts as if to mimic the song, as if a heart's been broken. On the other hand, when water was bombarded by violent heavy metal music, it didn't form crystals at all. Instead, all it displayed was chaotic, fragmented structures, asymmetrical structures or patterns with dull colors. But the stunner was in the next thing. Dr. Emoto took it to another level. He wanted to see the impact of human words spoken over distilled water.